Because in our enthusiasm to dominate nature and to produce more material goods, we have transformed means into ends. We wanted to produce more in the 19th century and the 20th century in order to give man the possibility for a more dignified human life. But actually what has happened is that production and consumption have ceased to be means and have become ends. And we are production crazy and consumption crazy. I think his work is to a large extent meaningless because he is not related to it. He is increasingly part of a big machinery, social machinery, governed by a big bureaucracy. And I think American man unconsciously hates his work very often because he feels trapped by it, imprisoned by it, because he feels that he's spending most of his energy for something which has no meaning in itself. But that is not quite enough to make one happy if one spends 8 hours a day in something which in itself has no meaning and interest except that one gains money from it. Well, there is a creative pleasure which, for instance, the artisan in the Middle Ages or in a country like Mexico still today has, namely the pleasure of creating something. Now you find quite a few skilled workers who still have that pleasure. Maybe in a steel mill, maybe a worker who works with a complicated machine. He has a sense that he's creating something. But if you take a salesman who sells a useless commodity, he feels like a fraud and he hates his commodity like something. Useless is a relative term. For instance, if in order to make his quota he has to make people buy things of which he knows they shouldn't buy them, then indeed, in terms of the needs of these people, they are useless, even if in themselves they are all right.